What is up with the brown community on the internet this week?
Shout out to that Indian woman that got caught stealing at Target for 7 hours. You have no perfect timing too. Peak South Asian racism, peak Indian racism. You do this now? You couldn't have waited? You couldn't have stole at Target for 1 hour or like 30 minutes or like 10 minutes like a normal person. You stole for 7 hours and then they recorded you and you said, please, no, you said nothing will happen.
God, I can't sleep. I need some brown noise.
So I'm really sorry. I'm ready to pay for this.
Indians, I'm sorry, she did set y'all back. At the worst possible time, too. I think the internet was now starting to slowly forget all the racist Indian jokes and shit. And this woman gets caught stealing in Target for 7 hours, bro. 7 hours. And if you watch the footage, she then proceeds to rage bait the police officers for a good 10 minutes straight about going to the station, bro.
Bro, it is a bad week for us. First the Target lady, now the dude on the plane. Why would you ever kick a police officer? Okay? Of all the people on the plane, you could have kicked the police officer. Are we serious? The PR is cooked this week. We need Ambani to donate $1 billion to cancer research or something.
You just said out of your own mouth what you said to her. How are you gonna tell me? We didn't say something. No, you said she is beautiful. Yes or no? I said you're looking so beautiful. Why don't you say that? I'm sorry for that because we just. You please get this.
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
Well,
All I'm gonna say is that shooters are gonna shoot, and I'm not even angry at bro at the counter for trying to take an SGA type of shot and dunk. And let's be honest, the guy shouting at him was doing too much. Like, I know he said something about your girl, but just take a chill pill and keep it stepping, bro. But all jokes aside, today we are gonna be talking about some of the crazy videos I've been seeing impacting the brown community this week. Because I don't know why, but this week I'm just seeing the madness, and I'm seeing a lot of things which set not only us back but other communities too. It's almost like the CIA decided to create these videos to infiltrate the brown community. Like, they saw Zoran 1 and decided that we needed to be knocked down a peg or two. But before we dive in, make sure you guys run up the likes on this video and drop a comment, because it makes a massive difference as to how the video performs in the YouTube algorithm. And also subscribe, because we're close to 15k, so obviously the marathon continues, and it's also TBE summer, so more videos on the way. So first, I think we need to address the clip which we've all seen by now, which is the Indian lady at Target. And I mean, where the hell do I even start with this video? Because it feels like I can't escape this video on my feed right now, and even whilst I was editing this video, I was just internally cringing because I had to repeatedly watch clips about this lady and people making content around this lady. But if you're not aware, then there was an incident last week where an Indian lady was caught stealing around $1,300 of merchandise after spending 7 hours shoplifting. Yes, 7 hours, a full-on shift. And there's a 14-minute video which is body cam footage of her being arrested and questioned by the police. And there's just a lot to unpack. Okay, so the first glaringly obvious problem with this situation is that the situation itself is wild. Like, take the video out of the equation for a second. Imagine someone telling you about someone shoplifting for 7 hours. Like, what are you even supposed to say to that? Like, what possessed this lady to be in there for 7 hours? And what was she doing for the full 7 hours? I mean, back when I used to work retail, the best shoplifters were obviously the guys who were in and out. And then the worst shoplifters were the people who would wait around too long. And usually these guys were homeless and off of something. And they would be in the same spot for the longest period of time. And it would make you question, like, why are you looking at the barefoot pink Moscato for 20 minutes as a middle-aged man? Like, I know you're not going to a uni house party, so why are you pretending to be interested? And obviously 20 minutes is gonna raise suspicion, but 7 hours, 7 horas, like, she made me change the language, bro. But yeah, that in and of itself is just wild. And then the second part which pains me is that she has one of the thickest Indian accents I think I've ever heard. And if you've seen my video on the Indian accent, then you'll know why it just makes the situation worse. And the third problem is that she's talking crazy to the police officers arresting her, because after being arrested, she starts offering to pay for the stuff that she's stolen, as if this is just gonna absolve her from the crime. And I don't think I've felt this much secondhand embarrassment since making that Raja Twins video. And if you're an OG, then you'll know that this is the original setting your own people back for fame. So it felt fitting to give this video the same title. And I know she's not doing this for fame. I mean, God knows why she did what she did. But the principle is still the same, because she set us back generations with these actions. And it seems like basically every Indian on TikTok agrees right now. And it's not just Indians, because this expanded to the whole of TikTok. And people are making some of the wildest content I've seen in a minute around this. Like, people are making edits, AI videos, skits. People are sampling this for their music and trying to blow up. DJs are making remixes of this lady, and the list goes on. And there's a lot of people just giving their take on the situation too. So obviously we've got Indians pointing out that this lady set us back, and also people pointing out that the racist comments towards us are just going to spike up as a result. And also we got people saying that they're afraid to go back to school because of this incident. And bro, I can't lie, like, if I was still in school when all of this stuff was taken off, like, I would have been cooked. But then you've also got people trying to defend her and say that she wasn't stealing and that she needs to be freed until it's backwards. Now, I can't lie, I don't know about all of that, because at the end of the day, play stupid games and win stupid prizes. Like, I think she just has to firm whatever time she gets at this point. And it's crazy because this video is going to be online forever, and this could turn into another do not redeem it situation all over again. And then the second clip which set us back this week was of this Indian guy getting arrested on an airplane while he's probably going on one of those nothing beats a Jet2 holidays, save £50 per person type of trips. And then out of nowhere, he just decides to kick the police officer from behind for literally no reason. Like, what did you gain from this, bro? Except an extra charge. And then the worst part is he proceeds to get manhandled by the officer arresting him. And again, it's embarrassing to watch, and it sets us back millennials. But the video doesn't even make sense, because first of all, why is the guy not walking in front of the officer like what's supposed to happen? I mean, this whole thing literally could have been prevented if that was put in place. But no, this guy did what he did, and the video ended up getting 5 million likes and hundreds of millions of views. Now, to be honest, I don't actually think this clip is that deep, and it's not as bad as the other one. I mean, nothing can be as bad as the other clip. But it's just the fact that it happened back to back and within the same few days as the other video, and this just makes it worse. Like, I'm pretty sure I had these videos back to back on my For You page. So that was a crazy amount of collateral damage. I actually do want to make an important point, because I know I'm laughing and joking about all of this, but do you guys think the reaction would really be the same if these guys weren't Indian? Because I was seeing a lot of non-Indian creators mocking the accent and mocking this lady, and some of the content was pushing the line a bit. And when the creator would get called out for this, they'd say something in the comments like, oh, it's not because she's Indian, it's because it's just a funny situation. But I don't know about all of that, and I'm calling cap personally, because we've seen shoplifting situations all the time, some which are even crazier than this, but they don't have this same level of reaction. And also, people are bringing up the fact that this lady could have mental health issues or some other problem, but people are going to be quick to dismiss that because she's Indian. And people would definitely be more sympathetic to her if she was white, and I feel like that's just factual. And I'm not even reaching, because there is a pretty clear double standard. Just look at the way that certain cases get reported and you'll see what I mean. And I was seeing this video of a girl saying, think about all the white people who commit crime and do worse things, and they're not really considered to be setting their community back. But with us, it's like one person or a few people do something stupid, then we're all being grouped into one and set back. And she's got a point, low key. Now obviously, when I say something like this sets us back or she set us back or anything like that, I'm joking. I don't actually mean that because of someone doing something online, then every Indian is all of a sudden gonna get teleported back to the British rule. Like, no, okay, I'm obviously joking. But whether you like it or not, videos like this are going to impact the community. And I was even seeing some Indian people being like, but she's from this part of India and that community, and they do that over there. And it's like, bro, shut up, genuinely. Like, this impacts us all, and people aren't gonna care where you're from. If you look brown, then you're one of them. And it's also funny to me when people bring up the model minority statistics of, you know, Indians making the most in the West, and look at all the CEOs. Because once a video like this comes out, then all of that gets eviscerated, and people who are racist aren't gonna care. And if you need actual real life proof of that, then watch this video on screen here. This also came out in the last week, and I don't really talk politics on this channel because that's not my brand. But just look at how open some of these people are with their views towards Mehdi, the Indian guy in this video. Like, forget political ideologies for a second. The way they're talking to him is insane, just on a human level. Clearly, it doesn't matter how educated you are, how wealthy you are, or what religion you're from. We're all the same to them. And I actually couldn't believe what I was watching. And obviously, Jubilee as a company is weird for even giving these people a platform. But then again, I'm hearing that certain people who were debating lost their jobs over this video. And if there's a racist pack to light up, then best believe I'm gonna spark it. But it just goes to show you that we do have to do more in a way to fight back against this type of thing. Because I made part 1 10 months ago, and in the big 25 the issues still haven't slowed down, and it just seems like we're seeing more of it because it's become so normalized, and we do have a long way to go. And the crazy part is that all of these clips and videos happened within the span of the same week, and that's not even the last thing I want to talk about in this video. And the final clip that I want to talk about for this video doesn't actually set our community back technically, but it is a clip that the majority of you will have seen, and it's something that some of you guys asked me to talk about, and it's the clip of the guy eating chicken in a Hindu vegetarian restaurant. Now, I was going to give some thoughts on this, even though I'm not that religious, so I guess I can't even take the moral high ground. But it seems like every creator all of a sudden has made a video on this, and it seems a bit pointless for me to reiterate the obvious about this, that this is ignorant, it's clown behavior. If you're familiar with this guy's content, then you'll know that this is the type of guy who would run around London nude if it meant that he could get a few extra views. You know, one of those guys where clout is more important than dignity, and he actually is the very definition of setting your own people back for fame. Because I was even talking to one of my black bros, and he was telling me that this guy is a known clown and that he does set his community back. But he did end up apologizing for this incident. I mean, whether it was genuine or not, who knows, but I do think it was good to see that we had people of all different faiths and backgrounds calling this behavior out, which I thought was good to see. But yeah, clout is killing our people, man. I've been saying this, and I know most people in my audience don't like Drake. Actually, most of you guys are South Asian, so a lot of you probably do love Drake. But he was spitting when he said, "We've seen what you would do for fame. What would you do for freedom?" And I feel like this just sums up this entire series. And I probably will have to make a part 4 at some point, but hopefully it's not too soon. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video though.